Hello and welcome to today's Bitcoin price update video. We will be looking at the chart structure, our price predictions, and also the liquidation heat map. So let's start right into it with the structure of the chart. And with two scenarios, as discussed already in the past videos, with the green one and also the blue one, they're just fundamentally a bit different. They're both bullish. They have a positive outlook in terms of what is going to happen in the next few weeks, months. But for now, they have a slight difference in basically just how high they will go and how deep certain corrections will be. So if we are in the green one and there's certain price targets we have made, this greenish line is for, of course, the green count. And if it is correct, if that is the one that is going to happen, which there is no way to know except for just wait for time to pass, and then we will see if that happened or not. That would be hit. And also the first price target we have for the blue wave count, that is basically also, it's not quite, but you could count it as being hit. So we are now in an interesting place because in theory, this is a point where we could see a correction. We have reached price targets we have made, and structurally it would be fine now for us to turn around and see some corrections. How deep they will go, we'll go into right in a second. We have some more price targets these waves could extend to, and they are on our website if you're interested. Now let's look at how deep this retraces, and there is a difference between the blue and the green wave count. So there's two different possibilities we think can happen right now. Of course, this is not financial advice. You're responsible for your own trades, but let's look at the blue one first. This one is a bit more bullish and doesn't see the correction going quite as deep, basically to 83.7 and between that and 72.9. 72.9 is quite unlikely in this wave count, probably be around somewhere in the middle of these two lines, right here, the low 80s probably. The green count is a bit more bearish short term, but bullish long term, and it foresees us going into a much deeper correction, which could go down to 66 or even 58K. We currently think the blue one is more likely, but of course, you always have to keep in mind things can go south very fast. And looking at this from this current price point, 72 sounds really low, but I've highlighted this in the past videos as well. It's only 19% from where we currently are in crypto, and especially in the bull market. That is not an unusual correction. That can always happen. I know euphoria makes it feel like it cannot, but it always can. You have to keep that in the back of your mind. Looking at the liquidation heat map right now, I've been watching this very closely, as I've said in the past videos already, but we haven't seen such a big buildup above price. As you can see here, when we hit this all-time high, or testing this all-time high and then retraced, there was so much liquidity buildup. But from here, as you can see, of course it's more spread out, but we don't have that much liquidity yet. And down here at these levels at 86K, and especially a big one at 75, there is a bit more liquidity building up. So that is sort of one of the reasons why we think we might see a retracement now instead of maybe at a later point in time. Of course, if you're interested in these sort of updates, feel free to subscribe to our channel and you will not miss any new videos. But yeah, that is sort of the two different scenarios you can see. If the blue one happens, we will sort of collect this liquidity, and if the green one happens, we will go more into this area. And keep in mind, this does not have to be collected. We're in a bull market. It has a very bullish tendency, and all of the other indicators that we have, that we analyze for our members, which is a way more in-depth analysis and more exact price targets, and also what exactly we're doing and what we're trading. All of that is available in our membership. If you're interested, just check out our website. But all of those are also showing very healthy signs across the board, what we're seeing from price right now. So there are certain indicators that are more healthy now than we have seen in, for example, March this year, which is crazy if you think about it now that we're hovering on around 90K. So yeah, I think that is enough said. We have outlined these two scenarios. Of course, you have to keep in mind, because people are commenting some things, it's always possible to extend higher. It's not the point of an analysis, a technical analysis, is not to define a level and it's certainly going to that level. No one can do that. There's no one on planet Earth that has the power to analyze something that good. You can only make predictions based on data and certain analysis, and then you can act accordingly, but you can never be sure if it's going to happen. These scenarios right now is what we think looks likely, but there's nothing that stops this chart from just going like literally in the next 10 minutes from going to 110K or whatever. All of that can happen. It's just less likely than the other things we see on the chart right now. Yeah. Enough said. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.